Happy Tuesday out there, Team 42. It's your skipper here, Darius Dell, to present our macro minute for Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. Happy birthday to my wife. So as always, we'll start with our executive summary from today's leadoff morning note. If you would like to review the analysis supporting these conclusions, as well as what specific changes you need to make in your portfolio to remain on the right side of market risk, you need to be a client of 42 Macro. So today's key macro questions are, does Jay still want a soft landing? And how will the East and Gulf Coast port strikes impact asset markets? And will the ECB accelerate its policy normalization program? Our answers are Fed Chair Powell's latest commentary was highly supportive of our Jay wants a soft landing theme and indicates the path to lower rates is likely far more preset than he and other FOMC members have been willing to admit. The East and Gulf Coast port strike is highly supportive of our sticky inflation theme, which has been calling for a stickiness of wage pressures and a persistency of above target inflation since January of 2022. A lengthy negotiation process will have a transitory stagflationary economic impact. The strike represents the latest macro tourist headline that bear porn purveyors will use to scare gullible retail investors into subscribing to their newsletters. We believe their collective fear will allow risk assets to climb a wall of worry over the medium term, but perhaps not before another correction, according to our positioning model. Finally, the ECB is likely to accelerate its policy normalization program, according to the latest Eurozone inflation data. We believe Eurozone growth is likely to surprise to the upside over the medium term. That is bearish for the US dollar and bullish for global liquidity. Our global liquidity monitor is calling for a significant increase in global liquidity over the medium term. Transitioning to our 42 macro dashboard here, as always, we'll wrap up with a question from our community. This one's regarding our new macro class. It says, good morning from sunny South Africa. I am new to 42 macro. I just want to find out when the new macro class will be released, and if it's already released, where can I find it? Thanks in advance for assistance. So for those who may be unaware, our macro class was just released. It's now our latest macro class is now complimentary to all of our clients. If you find it here, just click on the hamburger menu in the dashboard. You'll find the macro class, which itself is 3 hours and right around 16 minutes. It's organized into three distinct sections. It's kind of a beginner section, an intermediate section, and an advanced section. The beginner section is sort of, what's macro, what do we need to be looking at, how does macro impact asset markets. The second section is specifically with respect to forecasting two of the things that we think are most important to forecast as investors as it pertains to macro, which is forecasting the business cycle and forecasting the liquidity cycle. So there's a lot of deep dive information on the types of indicators and techniques that some of the world's best investors are using to forecast those outcomes. And then finally, in the third section, the advanced section, are macro risk management best practices. What are the kinds of proven quantitative techniques that sophisticated investors are using across the global buy side to extract signal from macro information and generate that into sort of superior investment performance. And so we're really proud of this. This is fresh off the presses, so definitely make time to review that alongside our other educational materials. So if you go back to our dashboard, if you see down here, we have the macro class, we have our KISS portfolio construction process, FAQ, we have our discretionary risk management overlay, FAQ, aka Dr. Mo, as well as our glossary, which contains a big deep dive on a lot of the tools and proven quantitative techniques and the models we use to help our clients remain on the right side of market risk. So really proud of all the educational materials that we've produced, our team has produced, and more importantly, I'm just very proud of our dashboard. This is a phenomenal user experience. We got our community here where clients are interacting with me and each other on thoughtful, forward-looking market and economic risks. We have obviously our video section, our research section, our signal section for any high-frequency traders, and then most recently we added our resources section, which contains daily summaries, audio-only version of our content, as well as a transcript of all of our content for those who like to consume the research in a different format. So really proud of this. Come join us if you're not a client and you're kicking the tires of 42 macro. I guarantee you won't regret it. I think we probably have the lowest attrition rates of any person or any firm that does business with investors in terms of helping them remain on the right side of market risk. And we're super proud of that because we're working really hard to generate these outcomes for our clients. So we'll wrap it up there. Darius Dell presenting our macro minute for Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. Everyone have a wonderful day out there. Best of luck, and we'll catch you here tomorrow. Cheers.